Hello guys and welcome to an Urban Viking Ale review. I was going to not really release anything until the end of the month because that's usually my best time, because end of the month I can get myself like a nice big box of beers and then, crack on with the reviews. But usually during the rest of the month I'll sort of penny pinch, so I don't really sort of drink a lot. I know I should buy like a case of it and a case of beers and then just like release them day by day, which is an idea that Barry gave me from All the Beers No Idea. Instead of just uploading 3 or 4 in a night, you know what I mean? Because it's a bit of overkill, I suppose. And if you like want to tune in, I mean, a lot of the time people don't even tune in if it's not a beer they're interested in, and that's why hence you won't get many views. I mean, if you're in YouTube if you're reviewing beer on YouTube for views and stuff like that, then you have to be like Simon. You have to be consistent as hell and like have a really good setup and everything else. Scott Reviews Things. That's another example. He's got a really nice setup. Don from Don's Beer Reviews. Barry. I mean, even Northern Southern. He's setup's really good. I'm just sat here like some flipping Beirut hostage. I mean, even my bloody light isn't working today, so hence why it looks a little bit dim. But I am getting a new one, and also I'm going to be getting some new beers. So anyway, after that big long spiel, what I'm going to be reviewing is one that a lot of you have probably tried already. I haven't done it in ages. I don't even think I've reviewed it on the channel, but it's from Marstons, and it's their Old Empire IPA, which is an English IPA. Comes in at, what is this, 5.7, so it's, yeah, pretty hefty. What hops does it use? Let's have a look. Goldings, Fuggles, and American Cascade. So yeah, I know exactly what this is going to taste like. Fuggles and Goldings are very English earthy hops, and the Cascade, obviously an American hop, is going to give it a bit of, buoyancy, a little bit of, to stop it from being too earthy and, do you know what I mean? Sorry, that light is terrible behind me. I'm going to get myself one of those little holders as well, so it's sort of, there's a light behind it, like one of those things they have on TikTok and all that crap. Because I need to start, at least making an effort. Bloody hell, I've been doing it long enough. My old reviews were great. I had like really nice lighting, I had a nice setup and everything, but oh well. Anyway. Yeah, looking forward to this. Obviously, because I haven't had a beer in about 2 weeks. And because it's an English beer, like an old school ale, which is what made me fall in love with beer reviewing in the first place. So, beer in a glass, as you can see, it looks really nice. A nice sort of fat white head, quite creamy looking. Nice golden colour. It just looks like a picture perfect pint, really, doesn't it? Let's give it a nose. Yeah, straight away you're getting that Cascade. It's not overly punching or anything like that, but it just gives it a nice sort of slightly zesty brightness. Because you can smell those Fuggles hops underneath as well, giving it that sort of almost like an earthy bitterness on the nose. I know you probably can't smell bitterness, but that's what I get. Almost like a slight maltiness as well, like a ground malt. But yeah, it smells really good. Let's give it a go. Cheers. Yeah, it tastes exactly as I remember. I'm glad they haven't messed with this one, actually. Because you hear horror stories with Hobgoblin and stuff like that. They sort of like been messing around with that, but that tastes exactly as I remember. In fact, it still tastes like a really nice beer. Very instantly thirst quenching, obviously being a liquid, but that sort of Cascade bite is just giving it a lovely sort of addictive draw. When you drink it, you just want to go straight back again, which is I think what an IPA or a bitter or anything like that needs to, to get you chugging and having a good old session. And it stops it from being boring. You're definitely getting those earthy hops as well. Hmm. Yeah. Citrus, nice, sort of dry, pithy grapefruit, very mild. Nice bit, a little bit of lemon as well. But then you're getting that lovely sort of earthy Fuggles Golden, which is giving it almost like a nice sort of gritty, not gritty is probably the wrong word, but a nice sort of down to earth base, which follows on with that bitterness and just makes for a really decent little session beer. It's only, I think, it's only about £1.80 a bottle or something like that, or £2. And it's definitely a beer I'll 100% session in future. I mean, it's a good little beer. I mean, 5.4 or 5.7? 5.7, yeah. It doesn't taste like 5 point. It doesn't taste as strong as that, but you could 6 or 7 bottles of that and you'd be well happy, wouldn't you? So yeah, I'm going to give that a good solid 8 out of 10. I know it's a high score for most people will probably think is a bog standard ale, but I really like it. So I'm going to give that an 8 out of 10. And cheers, Marstons, for not messing with the bloody recipe like you usually do. So thank you very much, and cheers.